Punjab is a state in northwest region of India and is one of the most prosperous states. In this state, majority of the people are Sikhs and a total of 16 million people follow Sikhism, representing 57.69% of the population of Punjab and around 38.49% of the population will practice Hinduism. When we talk about Punjab, what flashes in our mind is the beautiful Golden Temple. Sikhs consider the Golden Temple in Amritsar as a very holy site because the Sri Guru Granth, the eternal Guru of Sikhs, is located inside the temple. But once in this holy site, fire exchanged, blood shattered, dead bodies were laid on the ground, all in the name of Operation Blue Star. This news gave a very big shock to the whole nation, and the Sikh people were very angry as their religious place was used for a military operation and the blood had shattered in there. Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale was born to Jogendra Singh, a farmer and a local Sikh leader, and his mother Nihal Kaur. Jarnail Singh was the seventh of 7 brothers and 1 sister. At the age of 13, Jarnail Singh went to a religious school in Punjab, and it was there a dramatic transformation took place. The name of the school where Jarnail Singh have studied is Damdani Taksal. In this school, boys have strict regime of prayer, exercise, but most importantly, learning the scriptures by heart. Surjit Singh Sodhi was a teacher at Taksal when Bhindranwale joined in mid-1960s. When Surjit Singh was asked about Bhindranwale's behavior in the Taksal, these were the exact words replied by him. He was calm and he used to read the scriptures more than any other student. He would not tolerate anybody insulting the religion, and if they did, he wouldn't stand for it. Then he would get angry. He would stop talking and associate with the people who are against the religion. These words spoken by Surjit Singh tells us that how religious man Bhindranwale was. Bhindranwale was clearly a passionate student whose determination and devotion would mean this in 1977, aged only 30, he would become head of the Taksal. During that time in Punjab, many political winds were prevalent, and the leading Sikh party, Akali Dal, who campaigned for the greater autonomy for the Punjab, were against the Congress party, whose head is Indira Gandhi. Congress always supported a secular, united India, and Indira Gandhi and her son Sanjay Gandhi feared that Akali Dal called for a greater autonomy, in fact, for a separate religious state. In 1977, Indira Gandhi asked Sanjay to find out a way to break the Akali Dal influence in Punjab. Sanjay Gandhi looked for someone who could set up a rival. In the list of 20 names given, the new leader of Taksal clearly had the greatest potential at that time. Bhindranwale was chosen because of his extreme religious views. In 1980, Bhindranwale and his followers were repeatedly accused of murdering their opponents. In September 1982, the owner of a newspaper, who was opponent of Bhindranwale, was shot dead. Bhindranwale was suspected of killing and got arrested. Court proceedings began, but then, to the surprise of many, he was released without charge. The government had arranged Bhindranwale's freedom, believing he was more useful out of prison, campaigning against Akali Dal party. Bhindranwale was seen as a hero who stood up to the government and won. He may have felt that he could now achieve greater support opposing the government than working with the government. So, Bhindranwale had turned against the Congress. In June 1982, Bhindranwale and his followers moved into Golden Temple complex. His words said that he wanted safety to avoid another arrest. Pilgrims to Golden Temple were leaving their offerings to Bhindranwale's feet rather than at the temple. Children were brought to him to be blessed, and as far as the government was concerned, Bhindranwale was out of control. Rajiv Gandhi, now the star of Congress party after the death of his brother Sanjay, called Bhindranwale should be expelled from the Golden Temple. And now, it's time for the final showdown. On 1st of June 1984, a Sikh officer named Kuldeep Singh Brar arrived in Amritsar to organize army plans to capture Bhindranwale. On the 2nd of June, Indira Gandhi made an appeal to the people of Punjab. Don't shed blood, shed hatred, she said. It failed. Now, the army received an order to proceed. Tanks and the troops circled the Golden Temple. General Brar instructed his soldiers not to fire on the Golden Temple. A curfew was imposed and journalists were expelled from the city. The operation named Blue Star had begun. As army was slowly heading towards the stairs of the Golden Temple, Bhindranwale followers suddenly appeared from the underground holes and fired with machine guns. The army had clearly underestimated their opponents. When the Operation Blue Star was heading dangerously, the army faced another problem. An armed personnel carrier sent him to get to troops to Akal Takht, which was hit by a rocket grenade. The army faced continuous problems attacking from the outside, so General Brar decided to change the plan. He ordered tanks into the Golden Temple. The Akal Takht was destroyed in the tank fire and Bhindranwale was shot in the fire exchange. Government estimated that about 100 soldiers and 200 Bhindranwale men died during the Operation Blue Star. The story did not end yet. The real one begins now. A few weeks after the Blue Star operation, policemen called Beant Singh and his family to the Golden Temple, and he was so shocked by what he saw that he became more withdrawn and more religious man. The unfortunate thing is that Beant Singh was Indira Gandhi's personal bodyguard. Beant Singh has travelled around the world with Indira Gandhi and he was one of the most trusted security personnel. But the Operation Blue Star so horrified him that he began to plan Indira Gandhi's assassination. Although authorities denied 6 security guards around Prime Minister, but Mrs. Gandhi, having faith in Beant Singh, opposed the change and so 6 security guards remained on duty. This decision of Indira Gandhi turned out to be fatal. On the morning of 31st of October, Indira Gandhi left her home in Delhi to take part in a TV interview. As she walked, Mrs. Gandhi saw Beant Singh on duty and threw a smile at him. Then, Beant Singh took his revolver and fired 5 shots at close range. Beant Singh's mate, Sawant Singh, opened fire with machine gun and like so, Mrs. Gandhi was crumbled to the floor and assassinated. If you like our explanation, like, subscribe and also share this video with your friends and family.